It's Week 11 of the NFL, and this one features the Bulls' creative quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bulls and the Armadillos on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the state of New Mexico in the high desert city of Albuquerque. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Hood. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 3rd down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll look to throw here on first down. Underneath to his tight end, Ellison. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hood. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 1. Operating from the gun. Hood. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Boston, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Operating from the gun, Hood. And he's got his big tight end here. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hood, the quick slant caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game.
And this is going to be intercepted. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Stevens. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 52 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Sheldon. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Stevens. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Sheldon.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 11 and a first down. Off play action. Sheldon.
Oh, and that is incomplete. When you look at this defense,
Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
They spent the week of practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Sheldon. That is caught. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bulls take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Armadillos offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season.
They begin with a quick throw out left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Boston, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Boston. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Looking to throw.
Hood. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
The Bulls offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's in the midst of an MVP caliber season. The NFL's leader in passing yards as he's up over 3,000 now on the year.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Back to throw. Sheldon. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. It'll go in the books forces a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The Albuquerque offense ready to take over once again.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he comes back with one complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Hood. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Up the middle they go. Boston. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Armadillos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive spanned 5 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Sheldon.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. And they start in the best of all positions. 1st and goal.
Throwing to start the drive.
Hood.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Sheldon got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Stevens. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Sheldon.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 50 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Sheldon. And he's got it. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bulls' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Second and 11. Eluding the pressure right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Looking to throw. Hood. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Operating from the gun. Hood. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And from the 34, here's second and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Back to throw. Hood. Under pressure, they got him again. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Operating from the gun. Hood. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Armadillos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing to start the drive. Sheldon. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down, it's Stevens. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. The Armadillos offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Throwing to start the drive. Hood. That's caught by Durham. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bulls offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On first down, Stevens. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So now out comes this offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Looking to throw. Hood. This ball complete to Durham. That one a first down pickup of 8. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll run on first down. Boston, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Back to throw. Hood got his man. It's Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Hood. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him 30 yards there.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8. They'll send Gibbons in motion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Steps away. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Now a give, right side. Stevens. And another negative play there as they stop him again. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw. Sheldon. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a play fake here on first down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Off the play fake. Sheldon. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Well, this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
From the gun on third down. Hood. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Operating from the gun. Hood. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Back to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Looking to throw. Hood. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. It's Stevens. And he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Under pressure, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Back now here on EA Sports. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. Back to throw. Hood. That one caught by Ellison. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Hood working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Back to throw now on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Boston. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The offense on 3rd down tonight. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Hood. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Sheldon. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Sheldon. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, Stevens. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Back to throw. Sheldon. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run on first down. Stevens. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to throw. Sheldon. To the sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
He finds his man, complete. That's low. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's going to try and take off with it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Back to throw. Sheldon. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bulls have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Boston. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Up the middle they go. Boston. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun on 3rd down. Hood trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 24-21, 1:37 remaining. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Albuquerque, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.